Jamaica, the Labourites in Western Westmoreland are very unhappy.
Yeah.
The Labourites in Western Westmoreland staged a demonstration today to show their discontent. The Labourites in Western Westmoreland. Look at what the Labourites in Western Westmoreland had to say, Jamaica.
We are here because we are demonstrating. Because Western Westmoreland, we don't want Mr. Garfield James. If it's not Mr. Wilson, Moreland Wilson, we are not voting, we are not working. This seat is going to go independent or nothing at all. Or we all take our vote to the other side. We have told Dr. Chang this before. We have told the Prime Minister, and we are very serious about it. We are here demonstrating this morning, and we are very, very serious. And this is my placard. And I want Dr. Chang to come and explain to us what is happening. Why is it one vote? Because what you would say, the crossovers. He's in favor of the crossovers. Why? One vote. Mr. James did not even win Sheffield. And that's where he's responsible for. And we all know if the Prime Minister himself don't win Film City, he don't have a say. So why is it Mr. Garfield James did not win Sheffield, but yet Dr. Chang and everybody, the bigger heads, are fighting for him to take the seat? What is going on that they are not telling us? We need answers. Too much of the foolishness, and as we say, one Moreland Wilson, and if it's not Moreland Wilson, down here is going back to the PNP.
No Moreland?
No, make him run the seat and then lose it, and Mr. James going out there go work like how Mr. Wilson work to put himself in the seat. But one Moreland we say, and that we mean. And this is just the smoke, and if we don't get it our way, it's not going to be easy.
We are very much dissatisfied because we think Moreland Wilson has been treated unfairly for 33 years. Nobody can fight Mr. Wickham McNeil. Nobody can stand up to Wickham McNeil. And everybody come and win and lose, run and lose, then run gone left way. Moreland the only one will stand up. With 33 full years in a wilderness, him are the only one can take way out of the woods. He is working, but he is not getting enough resource to do everywhere. So because of that, him do look at so, everybody feel look good, right? Then Mr. James come over, him say skip over in boundary and cover the fence. We expect him to come work with Mr. Wilson because they said he has a weak area. Let us work and build the party. Why separate the party? We are in limbo now because the party is separated in two. And this will not come back easy. It will take an arm and a leg. So JLP can be back down again if I saw? No. Half gone so, half gone so. So if it's not Moreland Wilson we are working with, then we are working with nobody. No Moreland, no work.
With all fairness and no name bias, Mr. Wilson worked very hard to win this seat to become a member of Parliament for Western Westmoreland. Mr. Wickham McNeil is there for 5 terms. He called himself the 5-star general. Not even the ship could move him who up against him. And this young man come with just a small portion of resources out of his own pocket. And him come kick a 5-star foot along with the people of Western Westmoreland. How can a man build him house without no help from the next person? When they fight you for you not get to build a house, and when you build a house and live in your house, then now that person now come now and to come take you out of your house. Where you are going to do, you have to come and come take you out of your house. Them thing there, cause you know what? We don't want to go the way there. We want to go the easier way. So most of me can tell Harris Chang, not even Dr. Chang, because this is not a slap in the face. This is a kick in the mouth.
Yeah.
And we don't like this. And without no Moreland Wilson, in Western Westmoreland here, no James, no vote. Otherwise, all we are going to do is go independent. James can win Sorry for you, Mr. Bogard. Respect you. Me love my party. Look for me, I rock sound Labourite. No money can get me vote PNP. No woman can get me change. Right? And me can't tell them, say, me no vote to handout. Me loyal to my party. And me tell you, Mr. Chang, me tell you, Mr. Holness, this seat, if not MORLAND Wilson, straight back to the PNP. Straight back to the PNP without no apology. No apology. No MORLAND in Westmoreland, no vote.
How long you plan and demonstrating for? How long until?
As long until election call are over. We not stop.
You hear there? No more land.
No vote.
And then I hear the Prime Minister said, he want to know who can stop him. I'm own Labourites going to stop him. You know, you hear me sing Sunday, who fi stop me? Producer show Jamaica, oh, him attack with him. Are the only Labourites going to sing him, you know? Only listen to...
Who fi stop me? We moving like a movie, watch me. Me want to know who fi slow me down.
Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness on the campaign trail in East Central St. Catherine as he outlined some achievements of his administration for the past 9 years. As expected, Portmore becoming Jamaica's 15th parish was a major talking point. This was JLP Deputy General Secretary Dr. Andrew Wheatley.
Our Minister of Local Government put in the work to ensure that the bill was stable. It was passed. The Governor General signed it off, and it has been gazetted. In short order, the parish of Portmore will be a reality. It is a reality on paper, but it will become a reality in action.
In March, the court ruled that the government cannot proceed with the declaration until it complies with the provisions of Section 67 of the Constitution, which outlines the procedure for adjusting constituency boundaries. In the meantime, the Prime Minister is reiterating infrastructure development plans for Portmore.
We have started with the Brayton Parkway. We're going to be fixing up the Helshaw Road. But most important, you need a new entrance into Portmore, and that is already being planned.
He reiterated that lands have been reserved to build a hospital in Portmore.
We have over 30 acres of land in Nago Head, and we are going to create the most modern tech park in Portmore at Nago Heads, and the Factories Corporation has already started the plans for that. When that is done, no idle boy and no idle girl going left in a Portmore.
Meanwhile, with general elections on the horizon, JLP Chairman Robert Montague gave this party update.
The Jamaica Labour Party, over the last couple of weeks, have been getting ready slowly. We're putting candidates in place. We're assessing and we're auditing candidates. We now have only 4 seats left to settle. And therefore, in the meantime, everybody have work to do.
Mr. Montague urged party workers to intensify efforts to get more people on the voters list and submit ideas for consideration in the party's upcoming.
Who fi stop him? Who fi stop him, Jamaica? Who fi stop him? That is a tone that is very suggestive that the man is unstoppable.
Yes, man.
That is a tone Jamaica. That is very worrying.
Yeah.
Producer, play the other part when we want Jamaica for hear. And we want to know how Jamaica this him a describe. Because him say, who fi stop him? Him say, we want Jamaica hear what him say. Me don't know, because the man a live in a one delusion.
So yes, my Labourites, and yes, my Jamaicans, this election is about who will continue to change Jamaica for the better. Who will continue to build out the highways? Who will continue to build out the hospitals? Who will continue to build out the schools? Who will continue to build out the logistics hub? Who will continue to buy the new buses? Who will continue to buy the new garbage trucks? Who will continue to give the largest salary increases to public sector workers? Who will continue to build the houses? Who will continue to change Jamaica for the better? We will be like a movie, watch me.
Jump up in a jacuzzi, Ashley. Get on you just a move to the cash way.
We're moving like a movie, watch me. See glory run.
We're living like a movie, watch me. Jump up in a jacuzzi, Ashley. Get on you just a move to the cash way.
You want to know who fi slow me down? So my Labourites, this election is about who can really change things and who will continue to change versus those who oppose change. The objective of politics is to take power away from people who prevent good things from happening and give it to people who can make good things happen. You have a choice to make. The people of Jamaica, the thinking people of Jamaica, the choice you have is to ensure that the people who can really change Jamaica get your vote.
Jamaica, can you tell me which school Andrew Holness administration has built in the last 10 years?
Can't recall.
Can you tell me, Jamaica, which school Andrew Holness government has built in the last 10 years? The last school that was built was Cedar Grove Academy under Portia Simpson Miller. Can anyone recall which school? Which logistics hub Andrew Holness built? The garbage trucks, are they collecting your garbage, Jamaica? He said he has him carrying the garbage trucks. The amount of people crying to me about how the garbage pile up. The greatest salary increase for public sector workers. I think he made the greatest salary increase for the politicians and the judges. Because the average civil servant has cried more under this new salary scale. He spoke about houses. You're talking about the 300 houses that you have built in the last 9 years. You're talking about the 300 houses you built in the last 9 years. You're talking about JUTC buses when your government want to abandon routes. Many people crying that they're not getting the buses to go to work. The salary increase that I'm talking about is a $2,000 that favors someone must go use by Probox, safe by Probox. It can't continue like this, Jamaica.
No.
So the onus is on the people of Jamaica to make sure that you stop him. If you don't stop him, one thing for certain and one thing for sure, Papa Doc 2.0 will unleash on Jamaica himself, in wife, in cronies. And when them done Jamaica, there is a map. I think I need to speak about that map tomorrow. Remind me, producer, about that map to show how difficult it has been over the last 10 years to own a house in this country. And when you look at the saturation of the house market, the overpriced house market under this man's regime, the overpriced house market under this man's regime, it's unbearable. It's untenable. If you look at how many Jamaicans would want to own a house but are unable to own a house because of the overpriced market, with their inability, and that is why he's saying to all of you, Ima rebut the opposition argument about house ownership, you know. So rent is high, mortgage high, and the rates are untenable. When you look at a one-bedroom apartment, $40 million, how many Jamaicans can buy that? No veranda, no garden space, no backyard space for grow up. 40 million. When we are looking at Jamaica, you have a place for all 300 million, 250 million. And the man asks, who will stop me? Well, Jamaica, you're going to say this too now. You see, if you don't stop him, think about it. It's out of many one people. But how many of you are prospering out of that many? How many of you are prospering out of that many? Small business owners. Why we not talk about the saturated market of renting shops and businesses? The shop then are renting a Jamaican dollar, pay US dollar like a US we live. How many of you own business and are pay renting a US dollar? So I'm going to ask you now. You not stop him. You not stop him. No, you not stop him. Well, continue with him, Jamaica. Continue with him. And when you continue with him, you get what the duck get, you know. And what the duck get, Jamaica?
I didn't know that. But get well forget.
What the duck get? What did the duck get? Me not talk it, remember I'm a child of the king. Me not talking it. So if we not stop him, Dog Niamono supper. You remember as the man looked down yesterday and said the PNP is like the dogs, chasing after the vehicles. And when the vehicles stop, them just stop and look. So you must say the PNP is not progressive. The man said the PNP coming like the dog.
What can go so?
The PNP coming like the straight, and he never just said dog, he said the straight dog. On the roadside when them see the vehicle. Them just have bar car fight, and when the vehicle stop, them just look.
Not about him.
So the man is telling you that the PNP is clueless. The man is saying to you that the PNP has no plans. The man is saying to you that the PNP has no brain. But when I look at the Labourites, it's what them say administry. administry. And when they not say administry, whilst they were sleeping.
For the third term, under the Andrew Holness led administration. All right, my workers, me couldn't go and a big enough.
I want to say, open with a quote. The heights by great men reached and kept were not attained by sudden flight, but by day, while their companions were sleeping, toiled upwards in the night. And that is exactly.
Whilst their companions were sleeping. And then when they're done, I bring you greetings on behalf of the
Ball out! Whoa, yo. We need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help. Shift the parliament.
And then when you look, shoe shine can't read. You remember there was a counselor in Holness when he go at the graduation. You remember that? You remember the one in Holness when he go at the graduation? You remember the mayor of St. Thomas? You remember? This is what they say. The Holness graduation. You remember shoe shine at St. Thomas? You remember the mayor of Portland can't check? It coming like it's in the DNA. It coming like say it in the DNA of the Labourites. Them not so bright, you know. And then when Holness done, in comedy, in hurling insults at Jamaican people. But Crawford fixing business today in the Senate, you know. Senator Crawford fixing business. Because him say, the Labourites them develop Portmore. And then another senator sent me this morning, Andre, you need to state the facts. Here are the facts. Senator Steve Wright. Here is Senator Crawford giving you the facts. Play what Senator Crawford said for me, please.
Mr. Speaker, before we go into what we believe is the crux of the matter, there are some needs to correct some misstatements that have been made in this house.
You mean the vendor?
And I'll get to that soon. And previously in other houses and in the public. The first, unfortunately, Mr. Speaker, is somehow the concoction, Mr. President, is the concoction that Portmore is the vision of Edward Seaga.
Let's clear that up.
Let's clear that up.
Clear that up.
I turn, Mr. President, to indeed what can go so. I turn, Mr. President, to no less of a source than the Jamaica Library Service. Mr. President, the Jamaica Library Service indicates that a company was formed called the Portmore Land Development Company. They purchased the property from Caymanas Estate with the intention to establish housing development. In the 1950s, Kingston ran out of flat space for development. So housing development in Portmore was seen as a response to the great outcry for housing. The article goes on to say, before development began, a dike had to be constructed to contain Rio Cobre, and a causeway had to be built to connect Kingston to Portmore. The lowlands also had to be filled by dredging the harbour and quarrying marl from Port Henderson Hill. Once this was completed, the development of housing could begin. From 1956 under Norman Washington Manning. How then could they have come to claim? And I give credit where credit is due. As president of the PMPYO, we rewarded Edward Seaga for the formation of HEART. We had a whole dinner for him, he came. Mr. Seaga would have been confused by what he's seen from the Jamaica Labour Party. What can go so?
So Holness is adamant to claim history which is not his or the JLP's history by what you call revisionism, where he revised the history and put in what he wants to call it his own.
Yes.
But Labourites never had a history of calling Portmore theirs, you know.
Yes.
And the more they come after to claim the Portmore as theirs, the people of Portmore are going to respond. Somebody says the modern day Henry Morgan and Columbus combined. Is the modern day Henry Morgan aligned with Columbus? And I am not surprised by his style, Jamaica. Really not surprised by his style.
Captain John.
But his style, Jamaica, is a style that I'm not fond of. His style is not a style that I'm fond of. And it is very worrying when him go and ask who can stop him. Who can stop him? I want to ask you tonight, Jamaica.